from 1 year.
I think they'd be able to beat those much quicker
But
and
this
be
is
able to
all
get
in the
back to the
guise
new
of
release.
this is all in the guise of the extremely new last 3 games compared to the extremely old Game Boy game. Like I'm talking about like trying to get like Red all the way up to like I don't know the start of the DS era. Like all those games, I don't know. I mean, maybe the Platinum one versus the Platinum in Pearl with the remakes may have an adverse reaction, but I've heard that the remakes were like very special. They took some care into those. They weren't just a remake, but like I think overall, like if they release like Pokemon Red for the original Game Boy during the same times as all of these, I don't think that would hinder too much because those are objectively different games at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, and this is also disregarding the child market because the child market's always going to go for the new one. But if you're talking about the adult market with the disposable income that likes to buy the new ones because it's the only thing available, if you give them access to the older games, there's a really good chance that they just don't buy a new one ever again. They just keep playing the old ones because it doesn't. It's like
Oh, they've
Skyrim,
fallen.
right?
That's what WoW's about to experience.
Yeah.
They're about to release Miss Pandaria or a classic.
Yeah, they just kind of get the itch to play Pokemon, and then they look at their Switch and they go, "Wow, there's nothing that I can want to play on here, but I still want to play Pokemon. I guess I'll play X and Y, or not X and Y, Sword and Shield, or Scarlet and Violet or whatever." But if you give them access to their favorite games from across the generations, they're going to be like, oh, I've got the Pokemon bug, but the new games suck, so I'm going to just go play Emerald, right? It'll probably actually net them a profit the year or two that it first comes out, but then it will start to slowly take a toll on the newer games.
Well, if the new games are good, then I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's always a really good argument against it because they are insane for thinking they can pump out a new Pokemon game within 2 years. Like,
yeah, especially if they kept the old way of doing Pokemon games, turn based, all this and that. Maybe keep on upgrading the graphics if you really want, but I mean, the way they want to go to open world, open combat, like all this openness, and then keep on doing the 2 year release cycle. The stuff
well,
needs
and
to
that's
go
another
play more.
problem with the Pal World thing is that it proved it not only can be done, but that it's incredibly fun when it is done, right? So now you have a massive chink in the armor, and Pokemon's failures are going to be held up even more critically than they already were, which is another good reason to sue every fucking one of those companies into the ground.
I was about to say, so you want the government to defend them.
Well,
you want a cultural buyout, which
I think
fortunately for you, I'm pretty sure Japan culturally defended Pokemon more than Pal World.
Yeah,
I think it was the West that was defending Pal World more.
Yep. But as far as like the Bloodborne thing, I know that's what you originally brought up.
I cry so hard about that every day. But that's
taking a shot.
That's why I said
there's just not.
It makes no sense for them to.
One of the other things you have to take into consideration that it's not entirely just the IP thing. It's the fact that Japanese companies care about the Japanese market. The Western audience could be or.
This is where I actually have my own help. Miyazaki already said he doesn't even own the IP.
Yeah, he doesn't. So
Sony's just keeping it in their back pocket.
That's but that's my point is that Japanese companies
but like
care
there's
about the
no
Japanese
reason
market.
for Sony to keep the IP on PlayStation. No one's buying a PlayStation 4. you can, I guess, maybe play it backwards compatible.
Now,
So
at this point, no one is going out of their way to buy a
okay, yeah.
system to
So
play it
point
right
one is that there's
That
no
time has
rational
already
reason for Sony to keep
That's
it
why-
on PlayStation. But
like
the
they
second point is that if they bring it back, either Bloodborne 2 or remastered on PlayStation 5, you will buy a PlayStation 5.
Again,
I have no doubt in that.
like they
So,
did it with Demon Souls. That was the release title
yeah,
for the
but
PlayStation 5.
and that's what
People
I'm
bought it
saying
for
is
that.
like, there's no rational
That's why-
reason for them
Like I said,
to sit
they're
on
only
it.
bringing it out for a rainy day, I guess. But they know because Bloodborne was also I forget where that landed for releases for the original PlayStation 4, but they already know there's a hunger for that title. Miyazaki is a very famous individual now after being so successful with all of his titles. They themselves already know how valuable that IP is. It isn't a lame duck. It is very valuable. So,
That's probably why they're holding it close to the chest.
but things could be done. This isn't like what I'm saying isn't conspiracy theory or anything. They are just holding on to it. They're doing this, that, and the other thing for whatever reason. But Bloodborne is perfectly there, and there's a very big.
Well, no, they care exclusively about the Japanese market. To be perfectly honest, I would imagine most Japanese people have the ability to play Bloodborne because a lot of Japanese people have PlayStation 4s. So they're probably just holding on to it as an exclusivity thing to keep it very exclusive so that the next time they do, they can ensure that people buy that PlayStation 7 or whatever.
Yeah, they're gonna
Right.
release it again.
It's just they're going to do it on their own timing, and they're probably going to do it at the favor of the Japanese markets versus
Yeah,
the
what's the
Western
Dragon's Dogma situation? Sat on that shit for 12 years. They can do that shit with ease.
I mean, he fought that dude.
Arrows will rain down.
He fought tooth and nail to get all that
It's-
stuff.
Was it Itsuna? Itsuna, yeah.
Itsuna.
Itsuna. Yeah.
He fought tooth and nail to get his
Itsuna-san.
opportunity for the first time. And that and with all $7 that shit was funny. That video was incredible.
Yeah, but he proved himself on DMC5.
Yeah, he did a bunch of shit. He was like joking for like 30 years. And then
All I know is that you can tell a Japanese company that they can make $40 million in the North American markets and the European markets, and they would be like, yeah, all right, maybe we'll get around to it. But then you tell them that like 20,000 Japanese people want something, and they'll get right on it. Like they just
For some
don't.
studios. For sure.
It's the majority of them over there. They don't give a shit.
how much I loathe what you just said.
Oh, I believe.
Capitalistic-minded Americans.
There are
They
some
really
that'll
do
be
like
like, yeah, let's hit the fucking European market and take them for everything they're worth. But it's just a lot of Japanese companies, they listen to Japan almost exclusively, and then their international is like an afterthought. Nintendo of America is a separate company from Nintendo, and they struggle every fucking day to try and change how the Japanese Nintendo works. But
like their new up-and-coming Mario Party game right up to release, and they'll make it with like a copyright like stuff like how shit is done for Nintendo. Like all their practices make sense. Like I really hate how they do this. And the recent stuff with like, I mean, I would, if it wasn't for the fact that the newest Pokemon game is so bad on the console, I probably wouldn't even be talking about this in such, like,
let's go back.
fervor. I guess I would always be talking about the Bloodborne stuff just because I wish, I pray and hope to God one day I can play that on PC natively. But man, that's just a hope and a, but I really hate that there's exclusives. I really hate that concept.
I mean, yeah, it's not great, but
I find it to be so anti-consumer.
I don't know, FOMO is a pretty fucking driving force.
it's hard as a capitalistically minded person. It's hard to fault someone for saying, "Hey, I made it, keeping it here."
No, I get it. I get the idea. I get the whole system in which all this is supposed to propagate. It's just as a consumer. It's like, maybe I just want your fucking game, bro, and play it on whatever I have that should be able to play it a million times better than whatever you're trying to shill for me.
Yeah. Well, Nintendo's definitely got fuck you money, so they don't need to care.
From Microsoft.
Oh, Sony's definitely got fucking money.
All these people got fuck you money.
Sony's actually kind of spread thin. Like, they're worth a lot.
Their current fucking,
I think they
you know,
actually are
quarterly
in
earnings,
the
but
240. It's like 240 million. I think. Net worth.
Together, we can do great things.
I guess
one second, I remember looking this up.
Don't get caught.
Yeah.
These are multinational companies. These are very much fucking things.
So, Toyota, Mitsubishi, and Sony are the top 3. Nintendo is 8th.
So gonna
They're
size old,
still
I think.
definitely around, but-
Need a target.
So I guess
Well,
I won't be able to find, you know, like what you're talking about, I guess, but
Alright, both have ult.
or I guess maybe earnings.
I do not miss. Not today.
Feeling that Sony's generally higher, but still fucking Toyota's dwarfing them by 150
Yeah, it's
bill.
hard to distinguish between Sony and Sony Entertainment.
Yeah, I was about to say Sony has a bunch of branches. That's probably why.
But yeah, I mean, if you're talking about Sony Entertainment of America, yeah, I guess, and I guess
Well.
Nintendo in its entirety as a company, but
What Nintendo's a special case because even though they're not worth as much, it's like all fucking profit. Like their systems are so streamlined. Like
yeah, it's all
they've
from
been-
video games as well. That's the
Well,
thing.
and they're old fucking money too because
Yeah.
they've been around for over 100
Yeah,
years.
yeah, for sure. But these days, it's all from video games, and Sony is so diverse.
Well, actually, they have
So
massive merchandising. That's actually where Pokemon pulls ahead from most. Like,
I'll go there.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're
the
saying
games
video
themselves
games.
contribute
Yeah.
maybe about 20% at
They can't
most
run forever.
of Pokemon.
they created Mario,
That's
and that
insane,
pretty
man.
much
I'm
carried
sorry.
them
It's alright.
forever.
I didn't realize she was coming
That's
into
why
it too.
Italy should retroactively patent an Italian person. And
Right.
see
You got
that-
Bebop over in green?
No, maybe they should patent
Come on, Grant.
It's about leaving a legacy.
a 1-for-1.
Yeah, they got blue.
Let's push that Grant.
I don't know how that would work out that well.
You know, 1-for-1. Oh, are you talking about like a character?
Bebop
Oh.
under the bridge?
Find an Italian person that's physically the same as Mario.
No, they should do one for Japan.
Yeah. So what? You just find a fucking
Just
a
kidnap
large river salamander and put a cap on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
Like, hey, so I spray painted this Komodo dragon shade of red. I'm gonna retroactively patent Charmeleon now. Thank you.
Yeah, I need to back up from that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Yeah,
good idea.
that was.
Our blue walker is under attack.
Is that a thing?
The spirit urn is waiting to be claimed.
Wait, that Ez was saying that's
I'm
crazy.
gonna go catch blue.
Disengaging.
It's crazy that
They
they
will
work in
know.
other countries.
Oh, yeah. I guess, yeah.
I don't think
I mean,
Grey
Yeah.
Talon brings
There's ports in China, bro. Ports in Russia.
yeah, but
Are you saying quartz or
Evading
quartz?
target.
oh,
Yes.
Grant, go to sleep.
Coming back yellow.
No.
That's your bedtime.
One
It is
in
past
yellow
bedtime.
went
What time is it?
towards
9:30?
mid. I don't know where he is, but he's
by Viscous somewhere.
Melting armor spheres.
On me? I do.
Will rain down.
Oh my god.
Switch 2 is gonna
I don't know.
It'll be bad.
This Switch 1 could still get another fucking 5 years out of it if they
No.
really just
No.
all they have to do.
Crazy.
All they have to do is stick to their stylized graphics. They're famous for cute,
I haven't even played it, and
stylized
everyone fucking complains
graphics.
about how bad most games are getting now.
Yes, but that
Maybe because
problem
I
is,
don't know.
no, the problem is that they keep
almost.
trying to move away from the stylized
be.
graphics.
You know,
All of the intensive
Push green.
like games that still use the stylized graphics run just
Okay, I
fucking
got her
fine.
somewhere,
Super
somehow.
Mario Odyssey 1
It's all
and 2.
coming
Both
together.
of those are pretty grand games, but they run just fine because they're stylized.
I respect that.
Like they keep trying to go with this fucking Breath of the Wild shit, and it
Breath of the
ruins
Wild
the
is
fucking
stylized.
game.
Taking the shot.
Okay,
That's
all you
the-
gotta do is stay in their lane. Just stay in the fucking lane. You've got
Going yellow after we break this.
mastered it. Just fucking stay there,
They
and
got teleport.
you'll be able to pump out a fucking
Take a
shitty
teleport
switch
with me.
after shitty
Animal.
switch for the
Let's
next
go yellow.
20
Let's
years.
go
I'm coming,
You'll be fine.
coming.
At this
But they
point,
don't.
Take a teleport.
their developers are probably wanting
I see
something.
water.
Even
I know, I need items.
you know,
Sorry.
they want to put in modern tech, even
Time
if
for
it is
evasion.
stylized, staying in the lane type of games. Like,
Let's see
so
what
to
you
be able to
Like-
do that.
Look at the dragon from fucking Super Mario Odyssey. I think it was
I
1.
haven't seen that. In
Oh my god,
I'll
the
check it
dragon
out.
hyper realistic is
Well, how does it play?
What?
fucking
Look at him.
as cool as shit. It plays great. The Super Mario games are like almost 1-for-1, like always good performers, and it looks great, but it is a little bit in the level of cartoon. Like, let me see if I can pull this shit up. It's cool as fuck, and then you look at something made significantly
Green
later,
with you.
like Pokemon Violet, and you wonder what the fuck happened.
Blue and blue. It's buff.
Headed to
I
green.
mean, maybe bad emulation.
Holiday share.
Who knows? Many
Fine.
variables, but
Coming.
if I had to guess, it has to be a code issue. Because, I was just thinking about, like, style and tech and all of
Let's see
that.
her.
It's like, Dark Souls 1 Remastered
He's
actually
over.
runs perfectly fine on the Switch.
Oh
the
my
standard
god.
Switch.
I'm so pissed.
So, I feel like it's just a code,
Look,
just like
Look.
optimizing stuff. Like, obviously,
Wreck-It Blue.
the whole 1 year, like, I feel like a lot of issues for a lot of the
No way.
game stuff is more of a systemic issue of
If they come, I'll be ready.
because you can do a lot, like, because I didn't even get this point up. A phone, like a
Almost had
flagship
Yamato.
phone right now, is so capable of so much stuff that you don't really need a a typical everyday person
Let's pick up
does
blue.
not need a flagship phone from Samsung or Apple. Like, the type of shit you can do with like a really high-end phone, it's kind of it's like a literal like computer
Hello?
in your pocket,
Someone?
like a really good one. So it's kind of ridiculous. The
Damn.
Switch One.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just Guardians
Yeah,
right now,
not
but
this year, I
we're
think.
still ahead.
I mean, it's
Green.
not,
Green,
it's not
green,
just
green.
not one. It doesn't even compare to
Two on green, two on
yeah,
yellow.
but it's
Sure.
completely different price range.
Headed to park.
So it's a bit different when you start thinking about all the very small things. But I mean, hardware only goes so far. Same deal with consoles. And all this
Yamato-
stuff is only
Yama's
at a
teleport.
cost to begin with.
Coming.
You make up your money elsewhere. So all these things perform at a price
I
that is
burned my
reasonable
ult, damn it.
for how much they use
Turn away.
to begin with. So
She's gone, I think.
it
No
performs
place to
even
hide.
better than what it's supposed to at the price at the time that
Take
it's
the boss.
made.
Oh, there she is.
So
Oh,
all
did you
things
take the bridge
considered,
boost?
when I first got my Switch,
Trap is set.
it was pretty cool, and it kind of kicked off a whole trend.
Holiday coming over
At
yellow.
this point, I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where it's like
When it's on green.
they're
I tell you, a performance
Bebopping,
increase will make me look at
7,
it.
blue.
Yeah.
At least look at it again.
But they
Because I've written Switch 1 off. Because
hardware-wise, it's
I
not.
can't be playing at 25 FPS, let alone. Fuck it.
I have more of like, I just don't really concentrate.
Go for a pick on yellow.
Interesting to me.
Let me get us
The
alone.
Switch is
Fairly-
interesting. That's why.
Calico, can you go
Fairly
blue
certain that
or
with the right
discus?
style,
Can you jump on her? She's alone.
even
Jump, jump,
25
jump, jump,
FPS
jump,
is
jump,
just
jump.
fine. Now, is it going to be competitive with Microsoft and
Leave the
fucking?
grade.
I'm not even being a diva about it. It's just it's got to run 60 and 25. At least for
Very
me.
impressive.
I'm not even going to get grandstanding.
Hello.
That's just I need that.
Slow.
I don't even know if Switch 2 is going to be doing it. But if it's
Well,
like
they ran a bunch of stuff for like
7 is
frame
here.
gen and whatnot, so there'll be
Contact.
more frame
Frame.
smoothing and all kinds of shit to
Nice.
at least give the appearance of 60 at 47. But
yeah, that's maybe screen time.
It's bad.
but like
Yep.
you don't need it to run at 60 when it's
Three people a
fucking-
little bit back up.
If they can
Top
taper
down
back based on the
2D.
game, for sure. That's
Well, I'm
that's
just
the
saying
whole
that,
point
like,
of having more sophisticated tech.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, it's
Good, Vin.
it's
Nice.
depending on the
Split
game,
green
and they
for-
keep fucking up and trying to do this, like the tree textures and the pop-in and the people are like, oh, Breath of the Wild 2 or Tears of the Kingdom ran just fine. It's like, no, it fucking didn't. It really fucking
They're backing
didn't.
up. Hello.
It ran better than Tears of the
Big Breath of the
Kingdom did.
Wild on an emulator.
I see 7.
Or it ran better than Breath of the Wild did because the the programming was new and they figured out some of the tricks, but it didn't run
Careful on your
Three
well,
on yellow.
and the Switch is not capable of running it well. So please stop fucking trying.
People want those games.
Snappy, fast animation with the proper effects like you see in that dragon fight when the dragon pans out.
I have ult for
Bowser's
doing
roar
earn contest.
causes a blur effect,
Oh, damn.
right? That
Only three.
hides
Oh,
the
there's four.
probably 30, 35 frames that he's getting when the dragon zooms out. So it's like, that's the thing that you should be focusing on because that's what your hardware can fucking handle. And the
It is on
Switch
Switch?
2's, yeah,
Got him.
at least I think it is. I know that it's
Hold this
also
one, I think.
YouTube, so God knows what they
Green, yellow.
uploaded it
Yes,
as.
is there. Careful.
I mean, you
Over
know,
there.
this already looks good for sure. But
Fine.
you know,
that,
as
was,
things
that
progress.
game was made like 5 years ago or some shit. That came out like almost as the Switch was releasing.
They're
Like,
pushing yellow. They're pushing green.
2017.
yeah, so it's
Don't send everyone to green.
not
Let's
like they
go
don't
grab
know what to
Walker.
do.
I'll go
They
get
just
green by myself.
keep trying new shit. And the Switch 2 is gonna basically be an up-jumped fucking iPad. So
Yeah, but they'll be able to get away with having a wider range of games that they can put on it, which is, I'm sure, what Nintendo wants to do.
I get that, but at the same time, they don't need a wider range of games because then that puts them in competition with Microsoft and Sony, and they're
They have
That's
to.
fine.
I don't know. They've been
Super good.
dabbling in that for a very long period of time, and they've also introduced cloud gaming to try and make it a stopgap.
Running.
Now I think they
I'm
probably
running.
just want it to be like, if you want to play on your Switch, here, play on your fucking Switch.
I mean, that would be. I would
Nope,
like
she got
cloud
it.
gaming for the Switch too. That'd be fucking great. But
Come on,
it's
Visk.
still one of those
Well, there
things.
was
Like,
a whole,
back to
you either
whole
like
thing.
Nintendo games or you don't. Like, we don't need to appeal to the Halo fans because
That's right.
we're never going to
Yellow
be
also.
able
I
to
mean, blue.
compete with things that they can do on the PC with their 183 frames bar minimum for their fucking Kratos of Excellency 5.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I'll pull an Adric. You have a cool
Come on,
thing.
come on,
I
come on.
want it to do what I want.
Yeah.
Not what it's intended to do.
Well,
the one
I mean,
that-
that
But
too,
this,
but I
in
just
this
want
in
the-
this situation, the Switch isn't the Switch isn't a cool thing.
Oh,
Like, what's the Switch
there's
do?
no downplaying Nintendo's, you know, ecosystem capabilities as well. I'm not going to give anything to Asus or anything else. I mean, Steam for sure is the clear winner in this platform, but, or excuse me, Valve, but, you know, there's Nintendo, like, my Switch is good, like, I like it, it's just, it's underpowered. It could do so much more. Particularly when docked. That's my big thing.
I think I am fairly certain that it runs Smash at close to 60.
Definitely running some. I know that.
And that's important
wrong.
because frames are absolutely crucial in fighting games.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, but, you know, I don't think they're going to be in competition.
What's going
I
on?
just
I
don't
think
like
they're going to be in a
I don't
handle
like them. I don't
competition
like them
with
getting too
Nintendo
close.
games.
I don't like them getting
maybe
too
some
close
help here.
to that barrier because every
I
time
can
they
come
poke
out. I
that
got
barrier,
ult.
somebody pokes back,
Yamato
and
is
then you
this
end
and
up with
I'll
the
take
fucking
this
Steam
hope.
Deck.
So I'll dash out
It's
with
like,
Viscous here,
stop
and we'll
it,
just
Nintendo.
I
ult
mean,
on top of
you
them.
should have both. In all honesty, if they're not overlapping and they never intend to, then they're both great products to have.
I just have a laptop.
Yeah,
I can
that's
run
fine,
everything
too.
on the laptop.
Are most over there? Or dead? Is there 4 over there?
It's looking like 2 or 3, maybe.
Okay,
Two
because
for
I may
now.
solo push this Green Walker if...
The
Warden
laptop
is
is
right on the corner
stronger
right
than
here.
the Steam Deck, so
Sweet. Okay, so
I would have to
I'm gonna
carry
push
the
this
laptop
solo,
and the
this Green
Steam Deck
hard
with me,
by
and then
myself.
I would have to use the Steam Deck in extremely niche situations.
Warden
When
is
I'm
left.
There'd be no point. If you're
Did y'all
comfortable
know that
carrying
y'all
your
can press
laptop,
the F keys
you just got to
on
bring your
the
fucking
character
laptop. That's why I suggest a Steam Deck is
seem to
because
like?
you just throw that in your bag and it's good to go.
I have
Whereas
a
I feel like you
small
get this in,
The fuck?
yeah.
I'm making them
Yeah, I
burn.
have.
If you pull
I
out a
have been
laptop, it's
trying
like
to-
a weird faux pas.
No, I have been trying to work in playing the Switch at work when I'm working, but I haven't found a
Please
reliable way to do
have
it
some
yet.
decency.
Oh, we had decency. I mean, we've been waiting for nearly a minute here.
Well, see, but if I can go places, then I'll just go
Have some humanity.
back to the hotel and.
Well, you don't have to go places.
Game that didn't have this feature.
Well,
Fuck 'em.
that's what I'm saying though, is that if
Yeah,
I have
dance.
access to my car, chances are I have access to the hotel as well.
Look over here.
So I'm just back to like when I was in Toa in Indiana, I told the guy in the morning. I checked in with him at 8, and then at like 8:45, almost 9 o'clock, I told him
Warden is here.
that his machine was excessively greasy on this side, where one of the lubricating joints is. So there might be a leak, and I'm gonna have to troubleshoot it. And then he explained to me that he had a very busy day, and so I took that opportunity. I was like, okay, he's not gonna check in on me at all. And I was totally lying about the grease leak. It's just really fucking messy. So I told him I was going to go to Home Depot and grab some extra cleaning supplies to try and clean it up and diagnose if it was an issue or not. And then I went back to the hotel and played fucking games for like 6.5 hours. And then I went back.
Classic.
You're gonna ult.
I went back to the site and wiped the grease off, and then told him, look, guess what? It was just messy. I checked all the lubrication joints. You're good, no leaks. And he was actually excited and
Thank you.
happy
Time to run.
that I had found no issues with the thing that I was making up. So,
That's true.
Your children are gonna be proud.
Kill them all.
7 is.
yeah,
I'm gonna go re-push
I just haven't
green. We got
figured out how
guns
to
coming
work
up.
it in while I'm sitting in the machine with somebody else possibly looking in on me. As soon as I figure out how to do that, it's game over.
It's a game over.
I'll never work again.
I never work again.
So 7 is still here.
It's possible.
He's farming.
Well, I don't know what
Help.
the fuck that
Help, let's heal him.
whole situation looks like. So
7 is here.
Yeah,
Help.
it's rather open. That's the problem. Like if I could sit in a compartment, I wouldn't have a problem. But there's no compartments. It's usually out in the open.
Sending arrows.
Walking by.
Evading targets. Not while I'm around.
What?
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I do get to be on YouTube almost all the time. Inside of the laser
Shedding snare.
super reception.
Your work is as impressive as it is necessary.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know.
Buffs. Green.
Maybe something to do with
Radiation.
radiation.
Radio.
Radio Nation.
Radiation coming at you live
Radiation
from the
station.
Radio Nation.
Man, that sounds like a fucking DJ Grant right there.
EJ Grant. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
DJ.
Absolute nonsense, and then put a fucking stupid song on.
Green, someone.
I'm going as fast as I can. I was all the way up in the yellow.
Legalize cukes.
You know you love my music.
We're gonna go on a quick ad break while I go to lunch. So here's 10 hours of kill lo-fi beats to kill yourself to.
10 hours. It's crazy.
For the 28-year supercut, but 12 hours of work.
Yeah, that would be insane.
Let's run. We'll try to heal you.
So when are you getting
Run.
your CV radio, Grant?
No.
My CV radio?
Yeah, so you can talk to your trucker buddies.
Damn.
Why are they even bothering the blue right now? I know the minions are coming.
Oh yeah, I need to do more later.
Oh, did you? I actually have not followed up on this with you. Did you actually get renewed to stay in your apartment?
Yeah, I thought I told you that.
Let's pick off
No,
green. She's
we
pushed
haven't
you.
talked about it since I was over there.
Oh.
Yes,
good.
we can.
Yep.
Talon, can you do a bird on her?
Ping?
Let's do that.
On
Does that
green.
mean that?
Holiday.
Does that mean that?
Just because I don't see them doesn't
I'm
Oh
going.
my god, I forgot your dog's name.
Bird her, bird her.
There.
Find her.
Hunter.
There, she's right there on the.
Stay with you, or is he gonna?
Yeah, that's actually what I was gonna talk about. I thought you were moving to another place so that you can have your dog and not
Arrows
your
will
rent
rain
place.
down. Another target.
Grant,
Yes. I'm currently trying to kill this.
Shame me for not knowing this the other day as well.
You didn't get her? Come on.
No. Need a knockdown or something for her.
damn, wow, moving.
Crap, man.
Short answer is he's not moving.
Currently soloing 5 people on Marvel.
Calico doing Calico things.
I'm doing freaking deadlock things, thank you. And no, I stayed. I didn't have enough funds to move because I was under the impression that you know, where we're living now is
Oh,
different
yeah,
than
you're-
oh crap.
Who doesn't
Oh
love
Yeah,
crap.
your mom. Yeah.
Coming blue.
I still don't get where the hell
Why,
she
gotta
thinks
go? Gotta give them free kills,
she's
guys.
saving
Aw.
any money by not moving in with you.
I'm giving them free kills after I just
Oh.
killed 5 of them.
No.
Okay. Cool.
Fuck
I mean, she
you.
worked, like,
I'm
does your
throwing.
mom still
That's
work
it.
those
I'm
crazy
throwing.
hours?
I'm throwing.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, she probably saved it then if
She's
she's
not.
doing all that. Really? Well, then she's spending it all.
She is
She
making.
doesn't make enough.
She didn't make enough
begin with.
to. Yeah, she doesn't make enough, and she's paying.
Was she
For-
working for
Hello,
2
here.
pennies an hour?
She makes less than Jake.
Yeah, but if you're working like fucking 100 hours a week, then
Well,
More than that.
Yeah, she's not.
Here
She
comes seven.
stupidly buys new cars and has a
You're
high
just gonna
ass
waste
car
away in
note.
a team fight while they
Some
take our
things-
yeah,
walker
she's
for
wasting
free?
money.
Yeah, not
Oh.
having money to begin with and then spending it
I got two.
frivolously is-
I'm not even there, sorry, bro.
Was it worth the walker trade?
It's so much harder for you to take care of her on top of all of this.
I
right?
agree.
Because now you have to actively help her out as opposed to just saving her the money passively, and then being able to put yourself on good
Question,
footing
Will.
too.
In a way, you're like helping her though.
He is, from what he has said in the past, and good on him too.
And
They
I got
could
the
be
Zales to
anywhere.
prove it.
There's too many fucking
Found one.
people
Go help
nowadays
Callie, and she's got two.
taking it home with mom and dad, taking care of them, and in reality, they're not able to even take care of themselves.
This is the perfect spot.
Here.
A fire from above.
Viscous, your team is great.
Again, it's alone. Nice.
Machines will never stop.
We gotta get. We've had enough of a touching moment with Grant.
Right
We gotta
here.
get back to
Consulting?
talking on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
I'm
push
fairly
Blue Walker
certain
though.
that's
We're
what
lagging
fuels
behind on
gaming,
that.
is that he can only
If I want
do
to summon
well
the patron,
in
I need to be well
proportion
equipped.
to how we're doing, like how we're insulting him.
Is that what it is? I have a masochist kink?
Yeah, yeah. So the more we dog on you, the better you do in the game. So like when we start talking about stupid shit like inner city politics, you're just like, aha, I'm a hop
Let's
on
push yellow
rivals,
since you're all blue.
and then you rank up like 4 times.
That's the craziest thought I've
Nice.
heard.
Careful.
A fire from above.
No, Grant needs to be less happy.
Careful, fella.
Who doesn't love a surprise?
Does this mean you're gonna actually furnish the apartment now, or are you?
Furnish?
Select 7 maybe.
Yeah. All right. I heard it as it was coming out of my mouth. And I realized how dumb it was.
Oh, crap.
Grant, how many chairs you got?
I have enough.
I see Yamato.
Enough. Exactly.
Don't.
Well, there's
You
your
don't
answer.
need
7 here.
furniture if no one ever comes over.
Exactly!
There
None of
you
you,
go.
only person that's come to my house over, the only person that came over to my house consistently enough has been Adric. And he will probably get a throne chair installed in here.
As it is necessary.
Okay.
Just for him.
Born an
Gonna
open.
get meet a nice girl out at a gas station
That-
somewhere.
The edge
Go back to his
Not bad, they overboost.
When they
Hey,
go back
hey,
to his
hey,
place,
watch
he'll be
your
like, sorry,
ass.
I just moved in. I don't have enough seats for having that you can sit on my lap.
I think I'm
Yes.
down for the 7.
Mm-hmm.
And sadly enough, I tried that somewhat, and it failed horribly.
Damn.
Well, you gotta try to get her to sit on your lap once you get back to your apartment, not like out in the public where you're talking to her.
Damn.
Oh, that's the
2 on
meta.
blue.
Yeah.
Headed to yellow.
Usually, if you just walk up and say, "Can you sit on my dick?" Girls tend to react poorly unless
Blue and yellow, right?
Headed to blue.
Really?
That's all crazy.
I'll get yellow. You guys focus on those.
Again, it's alone.
Blueberries this whole time. That's pretty much it.
So that's the meta.
That's crazy.
Well, I'm gonna go grab some late dinner.
Don't do it.
Nothing like winter.
Do it.
The only thing I've had today was an abomination of science.
That's what you need.
I
To fuel
took
fuel the fire.
Chicken breast that I had marinated in just pure vegetable oil.
What? You didn't even no seasonings?
No seasoning.
Oh my
no
god, you
sauces,
flavorless
no
bastard!
I flavored the chicken.
You did not flavor the chicken.
Vegetable oil.
That's not
Oh.
flavor.
That's literally not flavored.
And then
It's gag flavor.
Yes.
I took it out.
Just an oil.
And I let it
3
warm
on
up
yellow.
a little
Bebop's
bit,
pushing
but I
way
didn't
up.
get it all the way to room temperature. And then I just kind of pan-seared it. And then, after I was done with that, I cut a bafo roll in half, and toasted it in the
Oh,
sear
this.
from the chicken.
You telling a bird on yellow,
And I
please?
made myself a plain chicken sandwich with
I'll find
pepperoni
my
and
prey.
cheese.
So you lightly pan-fried a unseasoned chicken breast and then used a baffle roll that you cut in half to fucking Wellington it,
Oh.
basically.
Almost.
Oh,
Green
kind of.
push.
It
We
was more of a
finishing it or gonna go
sandwich,
mid?
Yeah.
We can probably do mid. We got enough time.
No cheese on that.
I was like, I should put some A1 on this, and then I remembered I threw the A1 out because I left
What?
the A1.
A1. Oh.
I left it out for too long.
And chicken?
Bro,
This is
A1 goes
fine
on
on chicken.
everything except for
Yes.
Buff.
No,
Except
makes
for
sense.
I think I'm not snooty like that. I personally won't do it, but I feel like
Time advantage
the
is
only
going
thing that's
down,
not
so if we're doing
acceptable
mid,
in
we better
steak,
do it now.
other than a variety of things, is ketchup. Because I'm not going to go down the list
the
of
only
things
thing
that it is, but
not acceptable outside of
I'm
a
not
lot
thinking
of
we
things
bail out of
is
this. I
ketchup.
don't know.
No, we're good. They're pushing yellow and stuff up. They're not coming
No,
here.
I mean he's not wrong. Ketchup.
Gordon's up there.
If I
Says
ever
up. Hey,
see
someone
anyone
parry. I'll
put
parry.
ketchup
Can
on
someone
a-
punch?
on
I'll
any
parry. I'm
decent
parrying.
cut of steak,
Trump
I
did. I
will
got ult
strangle
for
him.
him
I'm
too, so-
obligated to. Like,
We're good.
it's my
Trump
duty
cooks
as a
his steak
citizen.
well done and eats it with ketchup.
Let's go
That
yellow.
was the whole thing.
No, Grant doesn't eat it with ketchup.
Time for evasive tactics.
I know that he doesn't know what steak is.
I do know what steak is. I
What?
made it at your house. You just didn't
What?
like it because it was in the freezer the day
Watermelon
before.
green.
He definitely does respect it enough
And
to not put ketchup on it.
You put Chick-fil-A sauce on it.
No, yeah, he'll put
Oh,
Chick-fil-A
God,
sauce on it,
Jesus
but
Christ.
Hate. There's so much hate in this chat.
his go-to would probably be barbecue sauce.
Yes.
And if
Yeah,
you were in
yeah.
a pinch, maybe a ranch packet or two.
I never put ranch on steak.
Nice.
Potatoes
Chick-fil-A
maybe,
sauce.
but it's not steak.
Chick-fil-A.
I do have
Chick-fil-A.
2 tall bottles of ranch seasoning.
Oh.
Stand someone?
No,
Who knows that ranch goes with pizza and that's it.
anything ribeye and above, you don't touch sauce. You don't.
Yes, you do.
Some people just like the taste of A1.
Yeah, well,
A1
take a
is-
shot of A1 after you eat your fucking steak, you animal.
Just shoot
No,
myself.
I'm eating an animal and it needs A1 sauce.
No,
There
it
will
doesn't
be
need
no
A1
escape.
sauce. It's been meticulously crafted and perfectly seasoned to give you the best experience possible. All it needs is maybe a little dollop of garlic butter.
looking to hook someone.
And that is the only thing.
What, not horseradish?
I don't know. Not on. I wouldn't say on tender.
Not on it. Literally goes on the
No,
face
no,
to
no, no,
cut.
Two
like-
for cutting me.
I couldn't imagine that. Do they actually put it on like filet mignon level cuts?
Yeah, little dollops and nothing crazy.
Maybe in small doses. I've never had it. I've never had horseradish sauce on my steak, so
Oh, it goes so well with it. I like it at least. I
but
love
like if you go anywhere near if you go into like a Michelin fucking restaurant and you go to put A1 on your filet mignon or your tenderloin, I hope the chef comes out and slaps you.
it. Yeah, well, I'm paying for it, so give me my fucking steak how I want it.
Facts. I want
I'm saying
ultra
all of
rare
this
done.
as someone who would never do this and probably would judge someone.
Yeah.
If it's a cheap cut of steak, I am most certainly playing A1.
Well, cheap
yeah.
one, all rules are off. You use it with ketchup if you have to. Fuck, I don't care.
I'm not even cooking a cheap cut of steak the way a normal steak would be cooked. Like I'm gonna like velvet
Fajitas
it
or
out of
something.
it or something. Yeah, I'm gonna try to improve the quality of the meat that I'm putting in